that moment when the disappointment was happening, I was thinking, "Ay, was wang lahlong kulungkul, lang lahlela kithi, lahlela kithi."
She got to express it more better in Zulu.
Exactly. Because I'm thinking, how do you say it in English?
Our response will be the opening to the next door.
Yeah.
And so how we respond to a thing will determine if the next door will open.
End of every sentence is a full stop, but it's also a beginning of a new sentence.
A new sentence, yes. Knowing that this next opportunity it was a bridge from the last opportunity. And even that next opportunity is going to be a bridge to the next opportunity. So never getting comfortable. Being content, but not being comfortable.
Right. Let's chill. Hello, bonjour. Sanibonani.
Namaste. What up, Chaplain Chillers? Yes, it's your boy, Coach LJ. Yes, I'm with the recent birthday, my awesomeness, my better half.
Birthday girl.
Birthday girl, yes. recent birthday girl who celebrated. Recent newborn, yes. But my better half, my business partner, my awesomeness, the one and only Lady Siza. Yes, she is in the building. Yes, how you feel today, baby? You just celebrated a birthday. During the time you're watching Friday, my wife celebrated a birthday on Sunday and our anniversary. So how you feel? 7 years of marriage. 7 years. Completion.
And hopefully end of struggle.
I hear that. I like that sound of that. I like the sound of that.
Only good things. Well, life has its ups and downs, but let the ups be more than the downs.
Yes.
Our first 7 years were hard.
Yes, first 7 years was hard. Definitely hard.
Yeah, so actually this is our 7th year. So let's say our first 6 years were hard.
Yes.
So as we are stepping into our 7th year, we're trusting God to be the leader and the interceder and the everything of our marriage. We have always been, but I think as we mature in this marriage life, we are maturing with God as well. So we're hoping. We're not even hoping. We are expecting only the best.
Only the best, and because, like I said, you're gonna have your down moments. Things not gonna be always peaches and cream. You're gonna learn through the obstacles, through the setbacks, and all these different things. In marriage, because it's not easy when you're marrying someone that's, because you've been single for a long time or you've been independent for a long time. So it's tough, but it's has its good moments, and that's why we always say celebrate each other, have fun,
create memories. I'm very big on creating memories.
Yes, my wife big on creating memories for sure.
Because life is short. I mean, tomorrow is not guaranteed.
It's not.
The next minute is not guaranteed.
It's sure not.
If you're gonna wait for tomorrow, what if tomorrow never comes?
I agree.
So I'm very big in being in the moment and celebrating the moment. Money or no money, abundance or no abundance. Because what if you're trying to save up for next year? You never get to see next year. So yes, you're not going to be stupid and overdo it, but life is meant to be enjoyed.
Yes, you got one life to live, right?
That's it.
Enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Live it. Live it.
And I've got a new pair of glasses. I hope you like them.
Yes.
In fact, like I said, I think I said this beginning of the year that I'm planning on having really different sets of glasses, because glasses are now like the thing, especially when you have a hairstyle like the one that I have. You always want to just switch it up a bit with the glasses and look, cute.
Yes, you are hot. You're looking hot too. Oh, don't Lady Siza look hot. Oh, woo. Yeah.
So, and of course we've got
the new edition. Yes, the new edition
behind us, which is my real dollar bouquet. These are real dollars, by the way. Don't be mistaken, and they're gonna be there. Because for me, when I got that roses it was to manifest, to be able to see real money every day, and for me it's a sign of abundance. So, I'm excited. Anyway, let's jump into our episode today. Today's one is rather personal.
Yes,
You
personal.
know, we've been through a lot of disappointments, and we've been through
A lot of hardship,
a lot of hardships and rejection.
rejection,
And so,
abandonment.
yeah, I guess abandonment. I mean, who was abandoned? But yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And I saw
I was.
by who?
I was abandoned.
By who?
Rejection, abandoned.
Who were you abandoned by?
Huh?
Who were you abandoned by?
Yeah, when even like with my father.
He abandoned you?
Yeah, like they say he was gonna do things and then do it, and I was expecting it and all this kind
Do
of
you know
stuff.
what abandonment means?
In the spiritual sense, baby, I know what it is in the personal sense. Yes.
What is it? Explain.
Abandonment is when somebody leave you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're expecting them to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's abandonment. So the same thing. When I'm expecting something to happen, it never showed up.
But he didn't abandon you. He just didn't.
That's rejection too.
It's rejection.
Yes.
That's what it is. Or he didn't stay true to his word.
To his word, yeah, but it also abandonment.
Abandonment is something like in my case, where my father
Left you.
decided I was not his daughter.
Yes, that's true abandonment.
That's
Yes, that's true abandonment.
He
Yes.
knows that I'm his daughter, but financially, when it came to finances, this is not my daughter. I'm his daughter when things are going good.
Yes.
When his money is needed, not my daughter. Well, he didn't say it to the literal sense, but your actions speak louder than words. So if your actions are not gonna, your actions are not gonna support what you say, then we'll look at the actions. Because I always say love is an action word.
Yes.
And if your actions say, "I'm not your father," then
Thank
that's what
God.
it is.
Thank God for your uncle though.
Which
He made
uncle?
up the one that loved you a lot.
His brother.
Yes, his brother.
Yeah, his brother really played the part, but he was still not my father.
I know.
So I had daddy issues because my father was an absent father. But that's not where we are today. We are speaking about disappointment. Yes, it's part of disappointment because it's a disappointment. Because I know as a young lady, when you have daddy issues, you try to look for daddy in men. And for me, I've never found a father in any man. I've never found a man who, even my husband, who I can completely just rely on and be relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
That's my truth.
Yes.
I've never been in a situation where I'm just going to be the queen of the castle and just not bring something to the table.
Mm-hmm.
In my entire dating life and marriage life, I had to always bring something to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And that situation makes you an independent woman. And, it makes most men mad. But you think, hold on, you're expecting me to bring something to the table. That automatically makes me an independent woman. So what do you want from me? But that's not what we're going to be talking about today, but it just came about.
Yes.
Today, we're actually going to talk about turning disappointments into drive. And just bouncing back better from where you were. Because I'm sure everybody has been disappointed in one way or the other, especially professionally, especially personally, especially relationally. Like there's so many, well, I shouldn't be saying especially, but in mostly these areas that touch our daily lives, you have been disappointed one way or the other. And I want to put the especially part with career because as we try to build your career, you're going to meet up with a lot of challenges. And we've got great examples that actually happened to us very recently this year, the both of us. And I think that's how this episode came about, where we experienced such hectic disappointments
Yes.
that it makes you even question yourself. Am I really worth what I'm worth on paper? Because our resumes on paper, they
Top notch.
top notch. But then when it's presented to people, sometimes you feel like they don't see what you have accomplished or what you are worth. So today, let's just talk about that. How we bounce back from a disappointment, how we bounce back from rejection, you know. So, yeah, what do you have to say?
Well, before now, I would like to say, because I did not say it in the beginning, are you ready for another empowerment episode of Chilling with the Chaplins, where we are elevating the lives,
Yes.
empowering businesses,
Yes.
united coaches, and fueling success.
Yes. So, before I jump into my question for today, I want to remind our chaplain chillers to please share this video. Write in the comment section whatever that you feel stands out to you. And also give us suggestions on what you'd like us to talk about. Because, mostly, like LJ was saying, we are elevating lives and we are speaking truth and we are speaking empowerment. So whatever that's in that line, do holler at us. We love reading your comments and we love responding to them. And also do press the subscribe button if you have not. Like and share the video. So the question today is because I love asking questions first, is have you ever been faced with a setback that felt like a full stop? Must I say that again?
Yes, say that again.
Have you ever been faced with a setback that felt like a full stop? Because you know what a full stop is? In America, they call it period. In Africa, we call it full stop. It's when you're writing a sentence and at the end of your sentence, you put that dot. That dot says, I'm done with this sentence. I remember one pastor friend who was also a motivational speaker, or still is. He once said, end of every sentence is a full stop, but it's also a beginning of a new sentence.
A new sentence, yes.
So if you look at life as in when you come across a full stop or a period and you think this is the end, because sometimes it feels like it is the end. There's no moving forward. That's why people commit suicide, because they feel like I can't. Because I've been in that boat before of premeditating my departure in this world. I couldn't see a future. I couldn't see tomorrow. I couldn't see the next hour. And I was ready to end it all. And I think that's what happens when you go through disappointment. You feel like this is it. This opportunity that's been missed, another better one may never come. So let me just
end my life.
Let me just end it all. Maybe not your life, but let me just give up.
Some people do end their life though.
Yeah, that's the extreme part of it. But some people just give up and just say, because even ending your life is giving up.
Yes.
But some people just throw in the towel and say, you know what, I'm just going to settle for whatever that comes. Because I feel like I've been trying for so long and nothing is breaking. You do get to a point where you're like so exhausted. You've sent in countless resumes, but nothing comes through. You've motivated. You've knocked on doors. No door is being opened. Every time you knock a door, it's being shut back at you. And you feel like,
is it me?
You start questioning yourself.
I'm the problem. What's wrong with me? Yeah.
Exactly. So we're here to discover that, even though you feel like it's a full stop, in most cases, actually
it's
a
never.
comma.
Yeah, it's just a comma. Yeah.
Because a comma is
that's powerful.
It is, right? A comma is like.
Yeah, breathe,
right?
and start back again.
Not really, because remember, you're in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah. Yeah, well, continue.
Exactly.
Yes,
it means that your story is continuing.
Yes, continue.
It means that
it's not the end.
Right. Reevaluate, restructure, go back
reset
and reset and check. How can I restructure the sentence? How can I move on and make it a better sentence? So by the time the period comes at the end of the full stop, it makes sense. So how do we move on with such things? So today we're going to really be breaking down and just guiding the chaplains, chillins through the valleys of disappointment to how to persevere and how to keep pushing and moving forward regardless of how it may look like right now.
Yeah, doesn't matter where you are in your life, career, business, relationships, because even though you might have a setback, guess what? That setback don't have to be, the end or be all.
Absolutely. In fact, most setbacks are usually, they are usually
a setback. A setback is a setup for a comeback.
Absolutely.
And so that disappointment that you might have, it's a setback. It's gonna hurt. It's definitely gonna hurt. You're gonna feel overwhelmed. Like, man, I did it again. I messed up again.
And I think what's the biggest takeaway from this podcast is being able to. So you've gone through a setback, right? Mm-hmm. Now, how you react is what's important.
Yes.
Because in most cases, we don't react in a way that could bring a good setback.
Comeback, yeah.
We react in a way of saying, I'll just go. I'll just take whatever.
Yeah, and this is why sometimes you got to learn how to take the high road. When you get the setback, like, okay, especially like, you know what, I did my best.
When you know you've done your best.
I did my best. I did what I was supposed to do. I did all I can. I did my best. Yeah, sometimes you're going to make mistakes. We're not perfect. You're going to mess up. You're going to do things that's like, that's deserving of it. But knowing you did your best regardless of it, because life happens, situations might happen. You never know what.
And you will never always get the ideal answer or the ideal.
Yeah, and so
the ideal deal. You just have to know how to be a what's that tree again that's in Florida?
Bamboo? No, palm tree.
A palm tree, be able to sway with the wind.
Yeah, sway with the wind. Cause you never know as well about what's going on the individual life. The person that you're dealing with or the people that you're dealing. So you never know what's going on, and all you can do is do your best. And even if you get that setback, you got like you said, you got to be that palm tree and say, you know what, I can bounce back from this, and take that high road and say, you know what, okay, you know what, and this is what we're gonna talk about, and learn from it, and just keep it moving.
Absolutely. So before we give you share a few of the disappointments that we went through, because we're gonna share, like we said, this is more personal than anything. And we just wanted to share with you how we overcame, or we're still overcoming those disappointments. So grab your notepads and let's transform those setbacks into
comebacks.
Great comebacks.
Yes.
So and how we deal with disappointment, because that word alone.
Yes, it's tough, troubling.
Yeah. So
trouble don't last always.
Exactly.
This too shall pass, right?
Absolutely. So first of all, before we even dive into other stuff, let's understand what disappointment is.
Yeah, we got to learn how to tackle our emotions, embrace our emotions, because disappointment is gonna affect your emotions.
Well, but you're not answering my question. What is disappointment? Because we want to try and understand. I think we've explained a bit in our intro of it being an expectation of something and it doesn't happen.
Yeah, understanding this,
being rejected.
Yeah, yes, that's basically what it is. Having that feeling of being disappointed, that emotion, because it does attack your emotions. And so we got to learn how to use that emotion, not in a negative sense when disappointed, because you got to remember, it's part of life. We all get disappointed. You're still gonna get disappointed, even though you might go over one. Guess what? You're gonna be doing well, and then you're gonna get another. So it's part of life. Yeah. And so, but learning how to channel those negative emotions and let it be a catalyst for growth, for learning, for more opportunities. So this is how understanding disappointment. Disappointment it's an emotion reaction,
right?
Because that disappointment is a reaction negatively, and it's because you feel bad, especially if you've been in a situation when you was young, and maybe your father wasn't there, your mother wasn't there, and so you would feel that disappointment, that negative emotion that nobody loved me. Maybe you was mistreated as a child. Maybe you got molested, whatever
the situation.
Yeah, and this disappointment, like, man, do people love me? So that is an emotion that you got to learn how to embrace, so that it can be a catalyst. We're not saying that embracing the a molestation. No, because that's a tough situation that you don't want anyone to go through.
Yeah.
You know, that's hard. You know, I won't wish no one their father wasn't there. No, that's the emotion that, you know, it's hard to live through when you deal with that. But, you know, learning how to tackle it. And so, okay, you know what? That because that happened to you, that don't mean that you was a bad person. Or
it's not your fault.
It's not your fault, yes.
But what I like about disappointment, and if you look at it in a positive manner, is that it teaches us to be resilient.
Yes.
It teaches us to be to reevaluate our lives and to restart, like we said.
Yeah.
And it's also usually a catalyst for growth and for reinvention.
Yeah, reshape our mindset as well. Yeah, it's all about, you know, because we're talking about mindset. Mindset is like, I love as a man thinketh, so is he. Yeah. So, you know, and this is why you said something early, is not, you know, it's what you do after you get the disappointment. And a person with a growth mindset will understand, say, oh, I could get over this. You know, I can overcome this, and I'm not gonna allow this negative experience to keep me down. But I'm gonna bounce back up. I'm gonna do something about it. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna, regardless of what they say. And this is something that I always believe in since I was young, because I feel like people always down on me. I don't know, for some reason. So, but and when they say, "Oh, you can't do this," I said, "I'm gonna show you I can do it." You know, I didn't allow that negative emotion to run away or to stop.
Walk through us your recent disappointment, your very most recent disappointment. Well, on somebody who actually, because I don't appreciate people who tell me or tell people that you cannot do this.
Oh, you're not good enough. Yeah.
Or you're not good enough.
Yeah.
You know, just say you're not a great fit for our organization.
Yes, you're right.
Instead of making a person doubt their ability.
Yes. So
share with us.
Well, yeah, I was working for a gig, and this is something that I do all the time. I am as a facilitator, and the disappointment was that, you know, something happened, and wasn't expected, and things happened. I understood it, but, you know, because I know who I am, I know myself, I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, and the disappointment was that he had to let me go. I get it, and this is the thing. I'm like, yo, you don't have to tell me all this. Just if you're gonna do it.
Well, I guess they need to give you a reason why they say they're letting you go. You know, so that you don't say I got dismissed unfairly. Let them reason with you to say, because they're gonna point out all the bad.
Yes, of course they have to, because that's the objective, is to let you go. But they gotta point out all the bad so that they can let you go. But you know what? You know, I look at it like, okay, you know what? But I know another opportunity to come along. So I'm not gonna allow, and I'm gonna embrace that negative. Yeah, it hurts. You know, just like when I said last time, that disappointment when I went to help my cousin. Yeah. You know, I went to help my cousin and I missed my opportunity, you know, for the job. Yeah, that was a hurting feeling, but I had to I embraced that emotion and say, you know what? It's gonna get better. And so just like with this situation, I'm like, okay, you know what? There's another opportunity down the road.
Because I know after the phone call or after the meeting, you were devastated.
I was, because I enjoyed it. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I look forward to doing what I was doing every day or every week or whatever. But I like helping people. I like impacting people and sharing my knowledge with other individuals. Not saying that I don't have no flaws or no weakness, but again, with the growth mindset, I know I can get better. You know, I know I can improve.
And for an organization like that says we're here to help you become better, it's sad when they let you go and not try to help you to become better or to be at the standard where they want you to be. You know, I feel like it's a cop out. Mm-hmm. You know,
but it is a business though too, so you can't take it personal. Right. It is a business, so you know, when you realize that as a businessman. It is. You can't take it personal. Just like for myself, but this is why too. I always knew from the beginning, especially as I went into ministry, I never asked anyone to be on their platform. You know, I never ask because what the
But
thing.
then that's how you practice, though.
That is how you
Depending on
practice.
Other people,
But you know,
because your own platform, you become too comfortable.
that is true.
And the whole point of growth is to get out of your comfort zone.
That is true. But I never asked to be on anybody's platform. If they invited me, they invited me. Because I take opportunities.
Of course.
But if they invite me, they invite me. But I don't ask. You know, sometimes you get people that be begging and ask, oh, let me be in your pulpit. No, I never ask. I never beg. I never like, oh, let me, So, because what the main thing is, what came to me was build your own platform. Build your own. And ever since I was young, I knew I'm a entrepreneur, me a business person because I know who I am. And so, yeah, but the thing is with the disappointment, I took the high road. What
does that mean, to taking the hard road?
I said, thank you. I just thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it. I understand,
Well, you can't change somebody's mind once they've decided
exactly.
to let you go.
And I just take full responsibility. I said, okay, yeah, I messed up. Yeah.
But do you think that your messing up was the result was equivalent to your mess up?
What happened?
Being let go, was it equivalent to the mess up?
Yes.
So you feel like you would have fired a person as well if they had done that?
Would I fire the person? It depends if it's gonna hurt the business. Only if it's, and like I said, that's how I understand the business, and so you only get one shot. So it depends if it's gonna hurt the business. So, but the thing is, I'm gonna reevaluate things, and I'm gonna reevaluate things, and I believe in giving people chance. I'm not gonna just fire them. Maybe I do something else, or maybe. And this is why I like the disassessment. You want to know why? This is why I like the disassessment. Because with the and we offer the disassessment. With the disassessment, I know how to place my employees. Like my employees, that's why when I hire employees, everyone gonna take the disassessment because I don't want to put it. I'm gonna know their strengths, their weaknesses, boom, boom, boom. So that, okay, I know you're good in this area. I know you're reserved. I know you this.
But you hear as a facilitator how you have to be able to speak to an audience.
Yes. Yeah, you have to be able to speak to the audience.
So I don't understand you saying you're going to be separating them.
No, because
you
remember.
applied for facilitation.
Yes, if you got more than one, right? Let's say you got more than, even like with that, you got more than one, you still can put them in the best situation to succeed.
But they said they can do it. They said when you interviewed them, they said I can work in all environments. So they shooting themselves in their foot.
Yes, if they said that, yes. If you said you can work in all environments, yes, you're shooting yourself in your foot.
Right.
Now, I never said I can work in all environments.
What did you say?
I did say I'm reserved, and once I get comfortable,
You said that in an interview?
I believe I did. I don't know. I don't remember, but I don't think I say I could work in all environments.
I don't think you also say you.
No. I did say, once I get comfortable, then I could go. I mean, I'm an energy person as well, so I feed off of energy.
Yeah, but then it's not all situations for facilitation.
That's true too. Yes. That's true too.
People are excited to see you.
Yeah, that is true.
Especially when you're dealing with school kids.
And this is something this is why I like the experience, because this is something I had to learn as well. You know, how to deal with.
But you're a pastor. You know that even in a congregation, you will not be.
I'm still learning how to do that as well.
Not always be excited about you.
I'm still learning how to do that as well. How to get people excited. Those that is not interested. I like what Dr. Vernon said. You got 5 seconds to get it before they be on their phones. Yeah. So this is something that I'm still learning how to engage with people. This is why I always,
especially with the people's attention span is becoming less and less now.
Yes, especially with the social media messed up. That's the thing. That's the reason why I say that I'm a better facilitator and trainer and webinar, because I like the clicker. The clicker, because I do better with that.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
So in a previous episode, we actually spoke about crafting your vision, right? And maintaining that vision is crucial for navigating through disappointment. So if you haven't checked out that episode, we encourage you to check it out and see how having a vision can actually help you to become a better person and just being able to push through aligning your vision to your purpose as well. All right, so let's talk about job rejection. And I think you gave a great example about that, job rejection, because you just been rejected by a job that you are actually working in. Let's ask the Chaplain Chillers, if anybody of you had been rejected in a job, how did you get rejected? Well, how did it make you feel? Because I think it, especially when you've been hired, in my situation, I was hired, but didn't see that I was hired because I didn't see the email being sent to me to say, hey, we've hired you for a job that I've been praying for months. That alone was a rejection. When I reached out to say, hey, I didn't see your email in time, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, we've already hired somebody else in your position. That broke my heart. So that's a rejection on its own. But of course, there's different degrees of rejection, right? And you already shared the rejection that you went through as well. But you say it in such a candid way that you understood. Still painful rejection. Because like I said, I saw how devastated you were when it actually happened. So now, let's see how...
Yeah, of course you're going to be devastated. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. You're not going to be devastated. But, at the end of the day, you got to learn how to embrace the emotion and keep going. So, yeah, you're going to be devastated. Feel the pain. Feel the heat. You're going to get it. But it's normal. That's a normal reaction. It's normal to feel devastation. It's okay.
Yeah.
But learn how to control it. The emotion to be a catalyst.
Let it not hold you
down. Not hold you down and say, okay, I'm going to get back up. Right. Cry if you have to. Moan if you have to. Whatever you got to do. Like, I feel the pain.
Petition with God.
Petition with God. I did it many a time. Whatever. Do what you got to do. But let that emotion be a catalyst. Say, I'm going to get back up. I'm going to fight. I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn. I'm going to keep going because I'm not going to allow it to stop me. And so with every situation, that's what I do. I don't allow anything to stop me. Even with the facilitator or even with the trainer, the teacher, I don't allow things. I'm like, okay, what can I learn from it? How can I improve? How can I get better? I know myself. I know who I am. I know I'm a high energy guy. And I know if, to be able to go into any room, you got to embrace, you got to say, okay, you know what? What can I do so that I can, as a facilitator, to make it better? What can I do if I'm in a hostile environment? How can I bring it down? How can I make them get engaged? So these are things that you have to learn, and this is why we always say, you said earlier, you got to practice to get better, or you got to go, and this is why when opportunity comes, sometimes you take them out, and that's how I got to look at it too, because each job that you do is like practice a stepping stone. It's practice for the next one. This is what you're doing. And this is why you don't get down on yourself because, that was a disappointment. But guess what? That was practice. We're going back to practice. That was a practice? That was practice. Why? Now you're able to reevaluate that setback, that disappointment. Say, okay, what can I do the next time? If I'm in another situation like that, how can I handle it? What can I do to get better? If you miss a job opportunity, you miss a job, you miss an email, what do I need to do? And what you learn from that?
That I must check my emails every day. When I'm applying for a job.
Clean your emails.
Clean my emails, remove the spam and everything. Yeah, but also that if one door closes, then there's definitely going to be another one that will open. And there's also, I'm a person who believes there's a reason for everything that happens.
There's a reason for everything, yes.
Maybe God was sometimes you don't see the reason now. Maybe you see it in the future. Not maybe, you will definitely see it in the future. And one day you'll sit back and say, now I see why God delayed that.
Yes.
Oh, now I see. Because maybe I'll find out that something happened at the office, whatever the case is.
And he spared you.
And God was sparing me. At that moment when the disappointment was happening, I was thinking, Hey, was wangilahle uNkulunkulu, awulangilahlela kithi. Awulangilahlela kithi.
She got to express it more better in Zulu.
Exactly, because I'm thinking, how do you say it in English? Lahlela kithi. Oh, course. Ow.
I love it. Come on. I love it.
Langilahla elakithi. Where are my ancestors? Where's the underground gang? Where's the God that I worship when it's like this? What happened? What happened? How can one not see an email hiring them for their dream job? So it was hard.
Yes.
It was so hard. I still blame myself. But at the same time, having counseled myself over and over again and having loved ones counsel me, I realized that it was supposed to happen.
It was supposed to.
You know, as disappointed as I still am, because I have not been able to come back from that. You know, I'm still fighting my way out of the situation and getting back to where I really want to be. So it's just living in hope. It's living in thinking that the best is yet to come.
It is.
And just not giving up.
And like I said, it's double for your trouble. You know,
I'm waiting for the double for trouble.
Double for your trouble. And so yeah.
So let's talk about a failed project. Another example would be a failed project. You're working on this project and boom, it doesn't go the way you plan.
Failed project,
And
right?
you know, I mean, I think a personal example is when I was doing the jewelry business. I was so excited when I started because I saw the money. I saw there were dollars were written in my eyes. Every time I open my eyes, I'm just seeing dollar signs. But it didn't work out the way I had planned because it required more time that I did not have. As a result, I have not closed down the business. It's just on hold. But I had hoped, you know, through my planned vision that come this time this year, I would have been a 7-figure earner through that business. But of course it didn't happen. So what happens in situations like that where you're so hopeful that something is going to work out and take you out of such a situation and it doesn't happen?
Yeah, we just, you learn from it. Yeah. What do I need to do next? You know, like I said, you put it, you made it.
It's on pause.
It's on pause.
I still see a future.
It's not a period. It's not a full stop.
It's a comma.
It's a comma.
Yeah.
It's a comma. Like, okay, what do I need? Because a lot of times we try to glue it because like we see the money and like, oh man, I can make money.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you might not be ready for it.
Right.
And sometimes we jump into things and we do things because
we saw the Joneses win.
We saw the Joneses, yeah. We see the Joneses winning and we not realize it might not be the time.
Right.
And so maybe, but now don't get me wrong, that could be practice. Maybe you got some information. Maybe
of course
you see some
I'm a
things.
better editor now because of that.
Exactly. So and that's how you got to look at it.
Yeah.
Look,
I learned the skill.
You learned the skill. Yeah, you learned the skill.
Yeah.
You needed to go through there, so that you could learn how.
Maybe I had thought that I was going in there for the business.
Yes,
but probably God was actually taking me there to learn how to edit.
How to become a better editor. So you know, like even like with my setback, my disappointment. Oh yeah, I look at it like I see some things because my goal is to get into schools, to build that school. So I'm looking, I'm observing how to do things and. You know, what I took from it, okay, I see how I could do the presentations because I see how the students, how can I engage with the students so that I can become a better facilitator, so I can become a better teacher. So how can I engage with the students because these students, they're on their phones, they're on their laptops, they don't, and so now, and
they're not like us where, you know, you got disciplined. These kids,
these kids, and so I'm learning because the teacher like, yo, if they on their phone, they got a laptop phones in front of them. That's what they're gonna be on most of the time. You can't hide that, even though you're talking to them. But if they got a computer in front of them, they're gonna be when you're not looking or when they're gonna be looking at the computer because what's more important is that computer.
Kids are sneaky like that.
Yeah, they're sneaky. So when you teach or whatever, even though they could play it off, you know, even though there's no such thing multitask, but they know how to play it off. And
so we spoke about resilience. Let's talk more about it. How after going through disappointment, how do you continue to be resilient and stay and keep your head above board and not drown?
Yeah, resilient, bounce back, having that the ability to bounce back. That's what resilient means. It means to bounce back from a setback. You know, to get back up
and not allow yourself to drown.
Yeah,
because when you're disappointed, you feel like you drown.
Yeah.
You feel like somebody. It's like, remember the thing when it happened when I was in high school, when we went to the camp, and I told us don't drop the rope, because so it was like a camp thing, and so we were swimming, and so of course we do extramural activities. And we had this rope that we had to hold on to and go through a river, a very deep river. And they told us, do not drop the rope. If you're not sure about your swimming, do not drop the rope and jump down.
My wife, the daredevil.
Let the rope come back and send you back.
The daredevil.
Truly.
Yeah, the daredevil.
The daredevil in me was like, oh, I remember I can swim. I was not a good swimmer, a professional swimmer. I was still learning how to swim. I dropped down. I nearly died. Okay, I nearly died, but thank God for my resilience, I guess, and I'm not giving up. I was like, I'm not gonna die this way. I fought my way out of that river, and I made it.
Yeah, and I would say resilient. Your response will determine your destiny. It will determine your blessing. How you bounce back will determine how far you will go. To me,
I won't say how far, but how you bounce back can determine your coming out.
Yes. Okay. If you want to say it that way, thank you for bringing it out.
I'm thinking of this motivational guy. What's his name again? Les Brown. Who says, if you can look up, you can still get up. The fact that you when you look up and you see the light, it means there's still a light at the end of the tunnel, right? And there's still hope. You could crawl out for all I care, but as long as you get out of that pit, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Other people can jump up. Other people can walk out. But I say, even if you crawl out, the fact that you're coming out of it, it's good news.
Yeah, I like one of my favorite scriptures in Joel, a verse that say, through the scent of the word, it's still to sprout back up. Yeah. So, even
Shumayela Mfundis.
What?
Amen. I'm saying amen. Amen.
But, so like that resilience, like knowing that, okay, through the scent, I still got life. I still got breath. I still got an opportunity to learn. I still got an opportunity to get better. I might got a setback, and this might be a setback. It might be a setback for a period of time. If I would have stayed there, I would have been like ahead or whatever. But now so I might be losing right now. But guess what? But through the scent of the word, through the scent of water, it can spring back up. And so do that determination to keep going, to keep pushing regardless of what it may be. Like I said, because our response will be the opening to the next door. Can I say it that way? Our response will be the opening to the next door. Yeah. And so how we respond to a thing will determine if the next door will open. Because if you just feel doom and gloom and feel sad and feel disappointed and say, why me, why this, and blaming the other person instead of taking responsibility and responding the right way,
Yeah, because what if I told you that your resilience is actually the secret to turning your setbacks into your greatest strengths? Because it's usually in the midst of setbacks that we actually come out stronger.
Yes, we need setbacks. We need the struggle. We need the struggle because the struggle keep us humble.
Yeah, they build character.
They build character and keep us humble. We need that struggle. And people that don't have struggle, that's why a lot of times when players, football players, baseball. I just heard something today. A lot of times when they ask the question, "What did you go through?" why do you want to do this? And if they don't have like no real reason or they have no struggle, how they bounce, when you hit that challenge, you won't know how to handle it.
And that's why most people take their lives.
Yeah, because so we need struggle so that we able to stay humble, so that it builds our character, so that it makes us who we are. That struggle, that setbacks, it makes us who we are. And so when you get back up and you made it, this is why I love. I made a quote about Psalms 23. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. When you go through enough valleys, you're like, what? Man, this uncircumcised Philistine no match for me. Why? Because I've been through the last challenge.
Yeah.
I seen it. I overcame it. I got the receipt,
The t-shirts.
the t-shirt. I got the t-shirt. So this uncircumcised, it's not this, no match. And I can say, I was once young and now I'm old and I never seen it. Why? Because the challenge that I went through last time, I made it through. And the next challenge I go through, I'm going to make it through that. And the next setback, I'm going to go through. The next disappointment, I'm going to make it through that. And so I made a bounce back. I made a learn from it and say, okay, Lord, I'm sitting, because I'm always saying, okay, what did I do wrong? Even in my setbacks, even in my marriage, what did I do wrong? What can I improve? What can I do so that I can have a successful marriage, so that I can have a successful business, so that I can have a successful career, whatever it may be, because I will not allow a disappointment, because I've been disappointed and I don't like disappointment. I can't stand disappointment. I will not allow disappointment to keep me down.
So the another point is you can turn any situation into a positive, right? When you've been disappointed, it's very important how you respond. I think we mentioned this as well. Let's just list a couple of examples that comes on top of your mind on how we can turn this around. A good example is when you're being laid off, look for another career.
Yeah.
Or
a business.
Or start off a business, and don't focus on, I need to get a job. I need to. Yeah. Maybe I've heard a lot of stories of people being laid off, and they start
a business. They start hustling.
They start successful businesses.
Yeah.
A person would say, I was laid off, and I thought, okay, I'm not going back to the workforce because I don't want to go through that disappointed again of being laid off. Let me start my own thing.
Yeah.
Let me be my own boss. And sometimes, if not in most cases, they become the best employers and become business people.
Because they had that setback
and the experience,
and that they had the experience, so they know how to deal with people. They know how to do things because they know, they've been once disappointed.
Yeah.
And so another thing too, sometimes your setbacks, sometimes you able to show empathy towards others because you know the feeling. And when you have enough of them, you're like, okay, you know what? That's why I make you that better employee, because you know how to deal with situations, how to handle things. So yeah.
Yeah. Another example I think is what most businesses went through during COVID, when there were a lot of brick and mortar stores, and COVID didn't come here to play.
Wipe out.
Yeah, and
wipe out a lot of businesses.
Businesses that were smart, they pivoted and said, okay, we can't do brick and mortar, we're going to do online. And most online businesses are doing better than brick and mortar anyways right now, because people would rather be ordering from the comfort of their own homes than going out there and going to stores. Because at least now people can do returns without hassles and all that. And
not just that too, it's cheaper because
especially if you have free shipping and all that.
Shipping, the labor is a whole lot cheaper, because if you got
you mean now for the business person.
The overhead is
for the business person.
Yeah, it's cheaper when you do it online, because when you got brick and mortar, you got rent, you got employment tax, you got employees, so it's a lot more money when you go online, so it's much cheaper. So things like that, you turn a brick and mortar to online. These are different strategies that you could use. If your business is not doing well, I'm hearing a strategy, like Capital One closed down a lot of businesses, but they started that in the early 2000s. I seen the trend because I remember one time I went into the Capital One and they was remodeling, getting rid of the tellers, and they was putting the machines in. So I knew something was up. And now they're closing more stores so that they can be more online. So they're getting rid of the brick and mortar, and
This is Capital One Bank.
Yeah. So now they're becoming a more online bank. And not a brick and mortar bank. They still have a few branches, but they really transition from a brick and mortar to online.
Because guess what?
It's cheaper.
Not just cheaper. When you use these robots and AI and everything, they don't have excuses like we do.
No.
You know, you don't have family problems that you don't come to work.
Yes.
They don't get sick. They don't need to go on leave or go on vacation and all that. So it makes business sense, but the sad part is that what's going to happen to all these humans who had jobs and no longer have, you know?
That's why you got to learn the skill. That's why it's very important. And so even like with this could be a setback. This could be a disappointment because AI is here. This could be a disappointment. Your job could be taken. And this is why we're talking about what's your pivot? What's your transition? What's your bounce back? What's your resilience? Okay, my job could be taken. Okay, what do I have to do so that I can overcome this setback? We always say prevention is better than cure. So now you gotta okay, you know what? AI is here. My job could be taken.
Yeah.
Nobody's job. My job could be, because AI is getting better and better and better. I just seen something on Google when I did it. I was looking. Don't you know the things say that they're going to have robots taking care of older people?
Which is insane.
Yeah, within like 30 years, you're going to have robots taking care of...
So in our old age, we'll be taking care of robots. Let's just embrace ourselves already.
So I'm like, yo, because and it's going to be less adults, less humans.
Already there's less adults.
Less humans.
Yeah. In fact, there's less population because younger people don't want to have children.
Yeah, that's young people don't want to have children.
Older people are having kids late.
They're having things like COVID killing a lot of people. So all these different things, I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing because it's a sad reality. And this is how I express myself.
We already know you laugh about everything.
I laugh about everything. Yeah, this is how I express myself. I'm not laughing at nothing. This is how I express myself as a personality. But but you got to realize, okay, how you going to pivot? And that's what it was all about. This episode is about how can I pivot?
Yeah. Because even with having, being dumped, use that as a way to love yourself.
Love yourself, yes.
Take yourself out, buy yourself roses, take yourself on single dinner dates, and use it as a self-care moment instead of sulking and saying nobody loves me. Because you know what, if you can love yourself first, then people will actually appreciate you more, right? So I think we've covered most of the things, learning from our letdowns and disappointments, on how to bounce back and see that you are valuable.
Yes. And every disappointment is a lesson.
Absolutely. Lesson
learned. Like the book, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn.
Exactly.
Every disappointment, every setback, it's a lesson learned. What can I learn from this setback? What can I learn from this? And that's the attitude you should take from all setbacks. Yeah. What can I learn from this setback?
And then once you're doing that, I think just adjusting your sales and your adaptability to and just being able to adapt to any situation now, that can transform your disappointment into new paths. Because now you've been disappointed. How can I now change this route and make it work for me? Basically that.
Yes.
How can I adapt myself and make the disappointment work for me? Yeah,
turn into a blessing. Adapting. So being flexible, basically. Learn how to be flexible. So adjust.
No, not necessarily flexible, but how can I turn the disappointment into joy? What the Bible scholars will say.
weeping may endure
no,
for
what the enemy meant for evil,
God make it for
turned
good.
it
Yeah, turn it for good.
How
yeah.
do I do that? Because when that email came through and I didn't see it for my job offer, I was so sure it was the enemy. So sure about it. So sure about it.
Mm-hmm.
And hence it was so heartbreaking. Like, who does not see an email that is offering them a job? Me. It happened. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's wrap up. How do we shift career paths? When you've lost your job through a disappointment, you've been trying to get back on this job and it's just not happening. How do we now shift? How do you find a new purpose? How do you find new joy in that new job?
How do you find new joy in a new job? Being flexible, using everything as a learning opportunity, knowing that this next opportunity was a bridge from the last opportunity. And even that next opportunity is going to be a bridge to the next opportunity. So never getting comfortable. Being content, but not being comfortable. Because anything can happen at any moment. Your job can be taken. You can make a mistake. So, sometimes people say they love you, but they don't really care. They'll show you their face soon you make a mistake, so.
I'll make an example, like, with me celebrating my birthday. I've been posting, just randomly for the last couple of weeks. And especially when we post our podcast, we don't get any likes. Maybe one or two people that, really care and love us. But in the ordinary day, we don't get any likes.
Mm-hmm.
But when you post like pictures and like a birthday week,
my God,
you get hundreds.
Yes, and
you think, these people are there.
Like this is what happened to the other.
Yeah, it's like, so you see that and you just overlook it. But you think it will mean a lot to me when you say happy birthday, which doesn't really make much of a difference in my life.
Yes.
When I need you really the most to come through for me, you don't come through.
It lets you know who really your friends are.
Right.
Yeah. That part, that's another disappointment because you that's the disappointment that you get because you're like, hold on. Okay.
One thing that matters to me, you're not supporting.
Yeah, like
you saying happy birthday doesn't really mean
don't mean nothing. Yeah, a happy birthday. Come on, that could be a happy anniversary.
And actually, Facebook gives you that thing because people don't even type anymore. They just give you what Facebook.
Yeah, right. Facebook gave you the GIF and all that, all the captions, right? So you're like, but so your happy birthday, your happy anniversary. What do it mean? Because if you can't say a comment any other time, the only time you're saying something, this is when you know. You being showed up because. When you could show if you could say a hi or happy birthday on that post, but any other day you don't say hi, it means you are seeing the comments.
Things that
you just
matter.
ignoring. Yeah, it means
because for our podcast we need support. The more people that share our podcast, the more people that like it and comment. It helps us go such an extra mile. People just don't understand how algorithmic works, and how were you listening to the podcast on the audio platforms, how you're rating, how you commenting, how you rate us and stuff like that. It goes such a mighty long way. It does not help me when you tell me, oh, I watched you, but I've never even seen one comment from you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It goes back to those setbacks and looking at it and you channel that emotion into a positive. So what I'm learning, because I did deal with a lot of setbacks, even with that, like now, I don't allow the 20 people to dim your light. Those 20 people that that's liking on the happy birthday, that's not liking, don't allow them to dim your light. Don't 20 family members. I know. It's like
what I'm saying, that it's surprisingly, you see that, because sometimes you question Facebook. Is Facebook really showing my post?
No, they're showing it.
But people just choose to ignore them.
Yeah. People, you're right. So don't allow those 20, 30 people to dim your light. Because like I said, they seeing it, because if they seeing it for the happy birthday, they also see other posts. They just refuse. Or maybe they're not interested in that. So it's okay. But don't.
It's not okay. Liking doesn't cost you a penny.
I know, but if you're not interested in something, you don't,
You don't
like
have to open it. Just like it because you've already seen it. I like so many posts. As I see them, I just press like and move on, press like and move on. Because I know that like will help that person, especially if they're trying to have brand awareness, like public awareness or whatever. It helps.
Yeah, it
goes
does.
a long way.
But still, even like that, that's just now you just like checking the
It's
register.
okay. It's better that than saying, "Oh, I listened to your podcast, but I've never seen your comment."
Yeah, I guess, but no, but don't. But here's the thing: it's 8 billion people. It's over 8 billion people in the world. So now again, don't allow those 20, 30 people that's to dim your light. When you got other people that will support you. Now you just gotta find a way. How can I reach the other 8 billion people? Them 30 people is not gonna. Okay, they're not gonna support you anyway. So why you crying over them, or why you feeling bad? You know what? They're not gonna support you anyway. They showing their true colors.
Regardless.
Yeah, they showing they showing you their true colors. So why are you worrying about them? So you're like, okay, it's hurt. They could be family, they could be friends, but you know what? It's 8 billion people in the world. You just gotta find a way. Okay, because those friends and family disappoint you anyway. And so you know what? You're channeling that emotion. Say you're not gonna beat me. It's over 8,000 people in the world. I just gotta find 8 billion. I just gotta find a way. How can I track?
You said 8,000.
8 billion. I'm sorry, 8 billion. I just gotta find
That's
a way.
Small world.
I just gotta find a way to reach the people who would appreciate me. Yeah. Reach the people my tribe. Reach the people who would support me, and not focus on those individuals who's only liking when it's comfortable for them, or when they see a happy birthday, because that happy birthday does nothing for me. It don't mean anything. But when I'm doing something, and I need your support now, I would like for you to like on that one as well. Don't like this comment, but like that comment, like this comment. Even like with my cousin, he do a video. I comment on his video. I don't agree with a lot of the things that come out, but I try to find something positive. I like it, and I try to find something positive that I could get so that I could comment on his video. I don't agree with a lot of things, but because that's my cousin, I'm trying to support what he's doing, and so I comment on the video. I try to find something positive that I can say. I'm not going to be negative. I'm going to find something positive that I can say to support him. That's love. That's love.
Meanwhile, he can't do the same for you. But we're not there. We're not here or there.
You know what? It's okay, though. I'm not doing it because you gotta remember, you never know where your blessing gonna come from. Yeah. So I'm doing
That's why I said we neither here nor there.
That's right. The word said, bless those who despitefully use them. Pray for those who pray for your enemy. All these different things, because those that despitefully use, but you still got to do good. That's just, you do good regardless if they comment on yours, because it's over 8 billion people in the world. I'm commenting, I'm liking, I'm showing my love and my support. Now, it might not come back for you, and that's okay. I would love for it to come back. I would love for it. But if it don't, it's fine. It's over 8 billion people in the world. Exactly. And so I had enough disappointments to have this emotion.
Thick skin.
Yeah, this skin said, it's okay. Now, that's the thing. Back, like I always said, back in 2019, when he said start over, there's over 8 billion people in the world. You got to look for you. Just find you. And not worry about who like you, who don't like you, who love you, don't love. I know me. And this is when we're talking about vision. You stick to your vision. Find your why. Find your vision. You stick to it and don't care. When you get disappointed, oh, well, you know what? It's okay. It's part of life. It's part of growing up. Yeah. It's part of growing up.
So here's a quick question. What if every small victory is a step away from disappointment and towards triumph?
It is. It is. I agree. But, but those individuals that don't know that, say that again. What if
every small victory, because we have to celebrate small victories.
Yes.
Every milestone. I'm a big person in celebrating every milestone, no matter how small it is.
Yeah.
Because as you celebrate every milestone, then you start seeing the bigger picture, the bigger picture, the bigger picture. So my question to you is, what if every small victory is a step away from disappointment and towards triumph.
Yes, it
Because
is.
now you're acknowledging that, you know what, I did this.
Yeah,
for today.
I did this.
A good example would be exercise. I lost 1 pound this week. Oh, wow, well done. I wanted to lose 5 pounds, but hey, it's 1 pound. It's still a loss, okay? And which means I'm 1 pound less than I was last week, right? So you keep moving and growing.
Like, you have a goal and whatever. You want to achieve this goal. Disappointment is you didn't get that goal, right? Oh, I wanted to lose 200 pounds, or I wanted to make $10,000 more, or I wanted 10,000 subscribers, but maybe you got 1,000 subscribers. Are you gonna be? Are you gonna feel bad because you didn't get 10,000?
Right.
You got 1,000.
Right.
You got 1,000 more than you had last year. They still win.
Yeah, it's still.
And this is why I like John. We big on smart goals, but it's about growth goals at the same time too. Are you growing? In that situation, when you get even though I was disappointed, right, with this interview, this job thing, but did I grow? If I grow, that's it.
Yeah.
I grew.
Maybe that's what you were there for.
Yeah, maybe I was there, and exactly. And God, and here's the thing: I knew something was gonna happen because I just had a dream that something bad was gonna happen. I just had a dream that something bad was gonna happen. I tried to rebuke it. Come on, say this. I tried to rebuke it, like what? But so God, the Lord was preparing me already that something was gonna happen. Something was gonna happen, and so
And it did.
And it did. So but. The thing is, I'm like, did I learn from it? And I did. I took a lot. Did you learn? Yeah. And so did you learn, Chillers? So use that into a step.
Wrap up now.
Yes, let's wrap up.
So how do we bounce back to being better when we're turning our disappointments into drive? I hope that this session or this podcast helped you to just be open-minded and not think that disappointments means the end, because it really doesn't. It just means that you're learning from what you've been disappointed through. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It doesn't mean that you're not capable. But it means that you got to prove yourself and those people who look down on you that you can do it. And you are capable. So just remember that every disappointment is just a detour, okay? It's a detour to road towards your dreams. Don't think that because you've been disappointed, now it's the end. No. In fact, take that disappointment, embrace it, learn from it, and let it fuel your
fire! Fire! By fire, by force, right? By fire, by force. Let it fuel your fire. Yes, let it fuel it.
Let it be Iprama stove. You know Iprama stove? You guys never had Iprama stove.
What is that?
It's this stove where you add paraffin.
Paraffin, yes.
You add paraffin to the stove.
Yes.
And then it has like a pump. So it's called primer stove.
Okay.
So you have to press the pump until the paraffin heats up.
Yeah, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. Yes, you had that. Yes.
And then, oh my God, it leaves.
First world, baby. Come on.
I don't know that First World uses primer stoves because we used it when we had no lights.
Yeah, we use it
to cook.
Well, I don't. Of course, they're probably not even in South Africa in a lot of places because y'all becoming first world now too. So
we've always been first world, but what I'm saying is the primer stove is there.
As you grow, you don't use.
It's not the safest stove. But
I know, yeah. As the world grows, you
my
stop
point of
using
me using a
things.
primer stove was that you pumping that paraffin into making that fire come out of the top of that stove is how you should fight for your life, fight for your dreams, fight for your goals. Don't give up until you
win.
See them. Yes, you
until you win.
Until you get on the other side
yes.
and say, I did it. There's this lady that I'm following on YouTube. I forgot her name, but I love what she says. She started late in life, and there's a lady that Sharon Shepherd always quotes. that it gets better later. You know, sometimes
Your latter years will be greater than your former years.
The Bible even says that not everyone will be successful in their 20s, in their 30s.
Even in their 40s.
Exactly. Some of us will start seeing success in our 50s, 60s.
Steve Harvey.
God forbid. Forbid.
God forbid.
Let it be in the 40s.
Yes, let it be in the 40s. Yes, let it be in the... But all those setbacks was a stepping stone. All them disappointments that we have. Because now you can appreciate life. Yeah. Now it makes you a better employee. Yeah. Now it makes you a better business owner. Now it makes you a better facilitator. Now it makes you a better employee. What all that disappointment was, it just making you better so that you can handle the next one a lot better. You can learn how to handle people. You learn how to deal with people. All these things is making you better, and that's how you got to see it. Like, I'm growing. I'm gonna get better. Yeah. Why? Because I dealt with that. Now I know the pain, and sometimes these disappointments, it's like a springboard to another opportunity. Because like, yo, oh, you know what? That's not for me. Sometimes we trying to do things and like, yo, I get it. That wasn't for me. That's not for me. This. So now you learn, like, you know what? I should be doing this, or I should be doing that. This opportunity. So that's how you got to look at it. Like, yo, regardless of the disappointment, know that you're gonna get better. You're gonna come out of this better, stronger, brighter, wiser, and know how to deal with people. And another thing too, never down anyone too, because that, even like what you said, when you're like, oh, you're not
don't verbalize it. You might do it in your mind, but don't verbalize, because that usually kills most dreams. It kills most people.
Yeah, because they might have a person mess up, but that don't mean they're not capable. They don't mean they're not capable of doing the job. They are capable. It just maybe take more training, maybe this, but they are capable. So you don't never down nobody. Say you're not for the position or whatever. Never down nobody, because you know. Because
on that note, you want to say, don't forget to like.
Yes.
Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring episodes. And until next time, stay inspired.
Yeah, okay.
Stay awesome. Keep growing. Keep chilling. And remember, the only way out is through.
Through. Yeah. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur, join the 6-month mentorship bootcamp. Turn your ideas into a sustainable, scalable business. And if you want to join the book club, join the book club. Join the book club.
I actually wanted to say, only way out is through sending you all the strength and positivity. And if you enjoyed this episode,
check out the next episode we have for you. You know how we sign off. Deuces.
Take care.
Peace. Take care. Bye-bye. And stay encouraged. Your disappointment is only a setup for a comeback.
Come back. Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.